What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Genevieve here, and today we are doing the final speed build of the whole Paradise Palms series, if you want to call it. So today we are finishing this property, and it was an amazing build. You'll see the end result once this video is finished, and I feel like it looks as similar as can be when compared to Paradise Palms in Fortnite. So today we're creating the braai or barbecue area, if you want to call it, where your Sims can go outside and just have a braai. In South Africa we call it a braai, as mentioned in my other videos. You guys may call it a barbecue, but we call it a braai. So if you do hear braai, just know that I'm referring to a barbecue. So yeah, now we're just creating the braai area where your Sims can just go outside and have a braai and just chat with their mates and have a good time. And then there's also a buffet. So I don't know if there's another term for a buffet overseas, but basically it's where your Sims can have pay for a meal, but it's all you can eat. So once they've paid for the meal, they can go to the buffet and just choose what they want to eat, and they could literally eat as much as they want to for a specific fee. So we're just creating the buffet, and then the way that I do create it in this video is different to what it looks like in the end. In this video you can see that I add like fridges and coffee machines and things like that, but I feel like it wasn't enough for a vast amount of Sims, and it doesn't give them much variety to choose from. So then eventually I just went with those big cooking buffet type, I don't know what you want to call it, where they can choose their sides, they can choose their salads, and then they can also just cook on the stove next to it what they would like. So I added 2 of those in there, and then as I said, there's like a barbecue or braai outside the area where they can just cook their meat and make a meal for their friends, and yeah, just have a good time. So I added a few tables and chairs which can fit quite a few Sims, so there's definitely more than enough space. And obviously not all your Sims are going to be eating at the same time, or maybe they will. It just, yeah, so at breakfast time your Sims can come here and sit under the umbrellas, enjoy the sun. And yeah, so I did give it like a more outside-y feel because the buffet is outside. So the wallpapers, the leaf design, and then the tiles are like that olive green, which I felt was a perfect fit. But yeah, as I said, in the end of this video you will see snippets of this area, and it does look completely different to what it looks like now. So I'm just adding in the fridges, but obviously it's going to look completely different afterwards. So yeah, we just put in counters and coffee machines, popcorn machines, ice cream machines. And then I did add those like store fridges, but I think we have to make stuff and then put it in there, so that will be quite a mission. So then that's why I also changed it. So yeah, the speed build really kept me entertained for a few days. I had about 20 hours of footage, so it took me quite a while to just make sure that everything looks as similar as possible to what it looks like in Fortnite. But yeah, I think it turned out really great if you look at the images and then compare it in the end to like the top view of Paradise Palms in Fortnite, and then what we created now in The Sims. So I'm more than happy and very excited to hear your thoughts and what you think this whole speed build looks like to you. If you have any ideas or critiques or any criticism, I'm more than happy to read those and definitely take them into consideration, whether it be about building, or if you have any ideas with other builds that you would like to see me do. I would really like to put my mind to the test again. And yeah, it was a really fun build, and I really hope you guys enjoy these videos, and I hope watching it is as exciting as when I was creating it. So yeah, now we're just adding in the tables and chairs just for your Sims to sit under the sun if they just want to have their breakfast or their dinner. And yeah, so we're almost finished with this braai area or barbecue area, and then we're going to move on to the other 3 properties. So I did run out of space, unfortunately. The lot isn't as big. It's a 50 by 15 Oasis Springs. And I ran out of space, so I had to improvise and just make the houses on the side as small as possible. But in the end, you know, like, just the design of the homes look like the ones in Fortnite. So as long as we get the exterior as similar as possible, I'm very happy with that. So now we're just creating the home in the corner, where it's just a really small home for one person. There is a garage area, but I didn't include anything in there. I did think it was a waste of space, but I just wanted to stick to what was shown in Fortnite. So there's nothing in the garage area, and then it's just a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, a small kitchen, just for one sim to stay in if they feel like getting away from their family or any drama that's going on. They can just come here and just rent this little room and have it all to themselves. So yeah, the colors in this room I absolutely love. It's like that orangey. I'm very into orange lately. Normally I like to stick to my grays and my blacks and my whites, but in this build I actually decided to just play around with some color. So I just added like pops of color in some of these builds, which I thought was really nice. So, and just bear in mind, there is a lot of shrubs in this build. Paradise Palms has so many shrubs, but I guess if you play in a battle royale game like Fortnite, you have to farm your materials. So you have to chop down trees in order to get wood. You have to smash cars in order to get metal. So I do expect there to be a lot of trees. So in this build, it does seem like much, but it actually fits in really well with the whole lot itself. So yeah, now we're just creating a small sitting area or lounge area where we're going to add a TV, and then just where your Sims at nighttime can just sit and relax and watch a movie before they go to bed. And then we'll do the small kitchen, and then yeah, as I said, this home is very small. There's no upstairs or anything of that kind, so very, very small, but I think it looks really good, especially the kitchen and the wallpaper that I love in this build. But yeah, so now we're just adding in the counters. Obviously it's a very, very small space to work with, so it's just a fridge and one counter, and then I just added a few cabinets on top just to give it that kitchen-like feel. And now we're just doing windows. There's not much windows in Fortnite, so I just added in more because our Sims need to see what they're doing during the day, and you don't want these lights on all the time. Your electricity bill will be out of the roof. Or you could just use the mother load code. I don't know, you could do that just to sort that out. So yeah, now we just finished the kitchen. We just added 2 tables and chairs there, just for your Sims to have some breakfast or drink their coffee before they go out and enjoy the resort. So now we're just doing the bedroom. It's black, white and gold. Very small room, but obviously it's just for one person, so it looks really nice. And then just a nice little clock just to tie up the decor in the room. And yeah, so now we're just doing the wallpaper, and now we're going to the bathroom. So bathroom's also plain, simple, very small, doesn't really have much in it, just a shower, like your basic needs. So that's all your Sims need. It's a toilet and a shower and a sink just to wash their hands or to wash their mugs. So yeah, now we're just finishing with this build. And then I did, as I said in my previous video, there is like no catering for toddlers or children, I guess. Like they can swim and they sleep on single beds, but for toddlers there's no catering. Like there's no rooms for toddlers or no decor or anything of that matter for the toddlers to use. But obviously this build is in the Sims gallery. My code for the gallery will be at the end of the video, and you're more than welcome to download this. And then obviously once it's downloaded, you can change the rooms to match your needs. I guess if you feel like toddlers are going to go to this resort, then you're more than welcome to change up the rooms and just add a few props or whatever the case may be that you feel that the toddler would need. Just remember to have move objects on before you place a slot, because everything's just gonna move then and not be in the right place, so it's just gonna look like a mess. So just remember bb dot move objects on, and then you can place this resort of Paradise Palms into your Sims game. I'm very excited for you guys to maybe play around with this. I would love to see any images or videos of you guys playing in this resort, or having your Sims download or own this resort. So I will have a link in the description of the hotel and resort mod that you can download in order for your Sims to own the resort, and even to name the lot as a resort or hotel. So when you are playing and you feel like your Sim should own a resort or a hotel and make money off of your fellow Sims, you can download that mod, and then it will give you that option to do so. So now we're just busy with the kitchen downstairs. This house, as I said, I ran out of space, so it's a bit weird. The design is quite weird and small, so you get the lounge, the kitchen, and the little dining room and bathroom downstairs, and then you get the stairs at the back to the bedroom. So unfortunately I did not know where to put the stairs. I didn't think about that, like there's no room at all, so I just thought, whatever, let's just put the stairs on the outside and it can lead up to the bedroom. Not a train smash. Your Sims aren't too bothered about where they sleep, I guess, as long as there's a bed. So yeah, so now I'm just adding the door to the bathroom, and I'm just finishing the interior with this room. And then yeah, so I'm very happy to show you the finale of this speed build. It's about time. It's taken me a while, just shuffling work and doing this. It takes up a lot of time, so I only have time to do any builds at night. I do have horrible working hours, so it's like from 10 to 7. So in the mornings you wake up late and take your time to get ready to go to work, and then when you get home you're just tired. And you know, I really, as soon as I get home, I jump onto my computer and I start playing The Sims. But time goes so quickly when you play this game. It's unbelievable. So I feel like I just don't have enough time to just finish a speed build in like a few hours. It's madness. But yeah, I'm happy that I could maybe at least just split this into 4 parts. I feel like the watch time of these videos is also relatively low, so you guys won't get bored, hopefully. And it's nice to just split everything up, so if you do want to watch like from part 1 to part 4, you won't miss anything. Whereas if I had to put this whole build into one video, it would probably be like 2 hours long, and it would just be monotonous to watch. So yeah, so now we're just finishing the building. Very nice pop of colors. As I said, I was just playing around with some colors and doing things differently. So yeah, so we just finished with the building, with the bedroom, and a lot of brown blues, which I think looks really nice. And then I did do the double layer of carpets, which I felt looked really different. So yeah, so now we finished with those 2 properties, and now we are moving to the last build of Paradise Palms. So this build in Fortnite is really weird. It's a very funny shape, so I just had to improvise and just make it enough space for a few Sims to live in and make it look good enough, you know. It was a very weird design, and I just didn't have the space to make it exactly the same, so I just improvised, and the end result wasn't too bad. I'm happy with it, but I wish I could have made it at least as similar as possible to the one in the game. But what can you do? If you run out of space, there's not much you can do. Otherwise, I would have to literally sit and move each building, and that would just be a pain. Such a pain. So yeah, because we also do have the roads, as you can see, so where the school buses and people visiting can drive around. We have a lot of pathways, which I thought was really nice, and then obviously a lot of shrubs. So yeah, so that's basically what the build looks like. I am gonna make it wider because it's way too narrow for your Sims to walk and just to put any furniture in. So I'm just creating the kitchen downstairs. So this is a really weird build, as I said, but I am going to move the kitchen upstairs and then have a bedroom replace this kitchen. So you'll see that later. But yeah, so in this home we have 2 bedrooms with 4 single beds, so 2 single beds in each bedroom. So I felt like it was nice if your parents and 2 kids wanted to come to this resort, at least there's enough space in this specific room or place in Paradise Palms for that type of family to join. So yeah, now we're just finishing with this kitchen. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to move it upstairs, so yeah, but it actually basically just copied and pasted and moved it upstairs. So now we're just doing the outside area. I'm just putting a few dining tables for your Sims to sit outside, have a barbecue or braai, and they can just sit outside and enjoy the view and watch everyone have a great time in this resort. And then just a small fountain, just to tie up the area and just make it look as resortful as possible, if you want to say. So just adding in a bit of plants just to bring in some color. And then yeah, we're just going to finish with the outside. I think I add a barbecue there or braai. And then we're going to begin with the lounge. The lounge is going to be on the left hand side. Yeah, now we're starting with the lounge. It's very pinkish red, which I also liked. As I said, like with me changing from grays, whites and blacks, it's a complete change. I'm very into the modern builds and the modern styled homes. So when I put in a pop of color, I'm actually like, oh, that actually does look very nice. So I'm actually enjoying just playing with the color and adding different things than what I would usually do. It's nice to have a bit of a change. So yeah, now we're just finishing with the lounge, and then the wallpaper is really awesome. It's also those leaf wallpaper, but it's pink and gray, which I found really cool. It ties in with the carpet. And now we're just moving upstairs. This is where I realized that the build was a bit strange and very small upstairs. So we just had to improvise, and the balcony is very tiny, so there's hardly anything that can fit onto the balcony, just your sim. But at least they can enjoy the view. So then I also didn't know where to put the stairs. The stairs have become a problem in this build where I have no space. So I decided to put the stairs outside. So if your Sims want to go upstairs, they have to walk around. I know that it's a pain, but you know, like when you have to improvise, you just have to think of something that can work, and it does. So so now I just want to cover up this wall, so I decided to add a fountain feature just to make it look like there's no stairs behind there or anything of that matter. So we're just adding some rocks to hide the foundation of the fountain, and then we're just going to add a flower wall behind it, just to tie everything together and make it look very tree-like and just very natural, if you want to say. So yeah, so now we're just doing that. So we use the move objects tool and just place all the trees on that wall behind the fountain. And now I'm just filling in the holes where you can see the gaps. So yeah, so now we finished with that, and then we are going to move to the kitchen area. So I'm going to create, I think we start with the kitchen. Anyways, there will be a bathroom in the middle, and then a kitchen, a bedroom downstairs, and a bedroom upstairs. So above the lounge there will be a bedroom there. So yeah, so I'm really excited to hear you guys' ideas and thoughts on this build. I'd love to hear anything that you have to say about this. I also wanted to ask, do you guys enjoy voiceovers, or would you prefer to just watch a video where there's just music? I've also been very curious about that. So if you wouldn't mind just giving me your thoughts about that, I would appreciate it. And then yeah, so we're almost coming to the end of this video, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. I hope you have a great weekend wherever you are in the world, whether it be morning, night, afternoon. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.